You know, lately a nigga been fighting a whole lot of demons. A lot of shit we do gonna have consequences, but we gotta be ready for them. Emergency, I just got out of surgery. I'm having problems with my heart and it won't work. I did some shit in my past and it's cursing me. I'ma stay right here for this plastic, God take breath from me. I'm sipping this hand and eat this pain, but it ain't helping. My little nigga going against the grain and that shit stressing me. I pray to God that God have mercy. I'm living a crazy life. I just shot at a nigga for talking some shit on the game, paying the price. I was young and the rest for the money, my hunger for paper saved my life. And I should get saved tonight. If you want that lick shit, we can get rich quick, we can get paid tonight. Dollar, dollar bill, y'all. Everybody want the money, everybody want this shit. Everybody want the money, but don't wanna go down, down, down. You'll do anything to get it, but when you gon' go help it? Shit, gotta think about it. 187. Murder by item. You killed a nigga, you don't know him. You gon' go to heaven. Gotta chalk that shit over, dog. Real talk. Hey, fight my demon, fight my demon. So many demons. Me against these demons. Against these demons. Fight my demon, fight my demon.
Fighting my.
It's me against these demons. Me against these demons. Whoa, I'm fighting these demons up in this ghost. I'm fighting these demons, I'm on the ropes. They came with a beam up under my coat. Get hit in the spleen if you want to smoke. That money be green, so niggas don't go. I'm looking so clean, I used to be poor. Remember they laughed at me and they choked. Gave me the ball and nigga they choke. Tables turn, that nigga you go. My little nigga don't follow no code. Follow no code, no code. My nigga follow me like the pole. I stand on my word and stand by the consequence. They say I'm hard, they thanks for the compliment. I sing it dead, homie, y'all a company. BMG gang, and bitch feel incompetent. Don't wanna hear that shit, I gotta kill that shit. Lethally militant, I can get ignorant. We not considerate, niggas do silly shit. We get the drilling shit, guilty and innocent.
Don't give a fuck about bystander.
I can pull up in the high level. Don't take no slander. Don't take no slander. Dollar, dollar bill, y'all. Everybody want the money, everybody want this shit. Everybody want the money, but don't wanna go down, down, down. You'll do anything to get it, but when you gon' go down? Shit, gotta think about it. 187. Murder by item. You killed a nigga, you don't know him. You gon' go to heaven. Gotta chalk that shit over, dog. Real talk. Hey, fight my demons, fight my demons. So many demons. Me against these demons. Against these demons. Fight my demons, fight my demons. Fighting my. It's me against these demons. Me against these demons. Living life encased in the idea that my evil thoughts go unpunished.
Fight my demons.
As I sort through the rubbish, my days of thugging get slow and rugged. Idolizing puppets who control the public like a controlled substance. Fight my demons. Bullets in abundance, anticipating what I know is coming.
I know it's coming.
All of a sudden, my past is blurry, my future is sudden.
Future sudden, past
Dark
blurry.
and muddy, hoping for sunny.
To find peace, we all looking for peace. Grand Rising, Namaste, Ashe, Salutation, Shalom. So we're going to dive straight into this. For those who don't know, it looks like a play is being put together. In other words, right now, what you're seeing is basically what is taking place in this present moment. See, over here at the Atlas family, we like to live in real time, right? We like to operate in real time. So if you like to operate in real time, then you should know that most likely the things that we're talking about is taking place right now. So right now, Jaguar is setting up the scene for it to be a fallout between her and the Attwood's network. She's going to have Grace, who is supposedly her spiritual advisor, going against Beverli, which is basically the spiritual advisor of the Attwoods network, if you can say that, right? If you go back, Grace was the one who did remote viewings. If you go back to December around Christmas time when Ronnie Bo came up missing, they called Grace in order to do a remote view on Ronnie Bo. I don't think if y'all remember that, where they was like, maybe we can get Grace to do a remote view on Ronnie Bo, right? So they had that where they did the remote view. And, Grace has a book called The Horse Girl. You can go read this book. This book basically says that she grew up in a, trafficking family and she broke away from them. Her family is, part of that, dark world, so to speak. And Grace also has a spiritual institution, if I'm not mistaken, where Grace is now. It's a lot of controversy around Grace on whether she's scamming or not. Around 2012, Grace came out with a book, and there was a lot of questions around what was going on, and false promises, so on and so forth. And there was a lot of things that was being questioned around Beverli, right? Around Beverli, not Grace. Grace is, we all know who Grace is. She sits around, calls everybody bald headed, so on and so forth. Grace is Jaguar's spiritual advisor. She invokes demons like the Shiva demon, so on and so forth. If you listen to Jaguar live yesterday, she said her and Grace was about to, open up a can on Beverli. So she said her and Grace was going to open up a can on Beverli, and they were going to be putting stuff out there. Remember, Beverli does remote viewings. She's the one who, I think, if I'm not mistaken, she has a podcast with Big Hungry CC. So Beverli has the podcast with Big Hungry CC. Beverli is basically the spiritual advisor over there on the Attwoods network. I think they get Saturdays. They do Saturday spirituality. You see her with little Yum Yum a lot when he goes to pull his cards and so on and so forth. So this should get very interesting because here we're talking about spiritual, right? Here we're talking about spiritual. So now you have Jaguar setting up her spiritual advisor, which is Grace, right? The one that calls everybody bald headed, and the Joker would never. The Joker would never. You bald headed, you bald headed, you bald headed. The Joker would never. And of course, her famous line, they want the Wikipedia. They want the Wikipedia. So yeah, Grace. And they're saying that Jaguar is saying that Grace is going to do a number on Attwood. Well, on Beverli. Beverli is the one you see right here. She has a book called The Horse Girl. Go check it out. She's the one that you see on the Attwoods network on Saturday, so on and so forth. So yeah.
Y'all just gave the number to the other side, trying to think that when nobody gonna figure it out, it all led right back to you. Fuck all of you. And as much as I love England, and as much as I love my friends in Europe and Britain and everywhere, you motherfucking bloody wanker, go fucking suck one off. I wouldn't be surprised if that wife of yours likes to bend you over.
You hear that? That's Jaguar words to Attwood. That's what she's saying to Attwoods right there. Do y'all think Attwoods will respond? Do y'all think Attwood? I think Attwood should respond. That's too much. You talking about his wife, and just because she like pegging people, she gonna put it on his wife and make it seem like his wife like pegging people. I wouldn't put it past you, so on and so forth. I think Attwood has to respond to this. What do you think? I think he has to respond to this. If not, Beverli has to respond. A remote viewing is not going to get them out of this. Star, what's going on with you? Appreciate you for stopping through. There's no remote viewing that's going to get them out of this, right? I employ Attwoods and them to get out in front of this as early as possible. I would like to, propose a interview with Beverli. Maybe I can interview Beverli, ask her some questions. She's on the spiritual side of things, so this is right up our alley, right? She talks about the spiritual side of stuff. She talking about Atlantis, different things like that. That's the same thing that we talk about over on, TikTok, so on and so forth. So this is right up the alley as far as understanding this conversation with Beverli, because Beverli is not going to sit down and do the back and forth screaming, right? Beverly's not going to do but she might do an interview based off of an intellectual conversation, right? I mean, yes, she did share a laugh with Jaguar regarding, Crazy Alice from South Dallas and the spray farting on the neck, but I think Beverli would be more prone to a polished conversation as opposed to stepping into, Sparta with Jaguar, right? I don't even think Attwood is going to respond the way Jaguar thinks that, they might not like the way that Attwoods respond, right? You bringing up his wife, you saying in Arizona prison, he used to get, tagged, from behind. You saying a bunch of stuff, you know, even as far as reopening the fact that he has a mixed kid, right? That's why I say it's dangerous dealing with a Jaguar, because you can look at all the money that Attwood's done put in her pocket, the change that Attwood's have made in her life as far as platforming her, right? All of the people from outside of this country, like think about it. Attwood said that he was watching Purple Rain with his son, you know, telling his son how great Jaguar was. I mean, at one point, December of last year, they was giving praisals to each other, you know, and now here we are in April, and now Jaguar is aiming to take down Attwoods. And this goes to show back in December, we said the same thing already. She said, look at all the other platforms. We was like, look at all the other platforms that she ventured to. And she got into it with every last platform that she ventured to. It was only a matter of time before this fallout took place, right? It was only a matter of time before this fallout took place. Now, Attwoods did everything he possibly can as far as trying to get away from this, right? He tried to step away gracefully, especially after the Shane thing fell out with the whole, AT2 and so on and so forth. He started distancing himself after Jaguar came on his panel and told him to his face basically that she was going to steal his content by literally offering Chris Todd and Courtney Burgess you know, interview on her platform, right? After he allowed her to step into the interview that they were having, right? So you allowed her to join in on the interview that you were having with Chris Todd and Courtney Burgess, and she tried to step on your toes by redirecting the interview to another platform by saying that you come over to the Jaguar Wright show, we can answer some of these questions, whatever the case may be. So he had to be paying attention to this stuff. Attwoods is not no dummy. This is not somebody you can just play in his face. You can't just play right in his face and expect him not to see that you playing in his face. He didn't make it this far. He didn't make it out of Arizona prison. He didn't make it, in the substance trade, So however you looking at this, you have to take into consideration the entity that you're dealing with. Attwood's probably seen this coming. Beverli Ben says step away. That's why, if you notice, Attwood's took down the DNA test. Remember, they did the offshore or off-world DNA test on Jaguar. Beverli was there. She did the off-world DNA test on Jaguar. That was where Ron made that insensitive ass joke where he made the joke about come back before you get hit with these, revelations, so on and so forth. If y'all remember that joke that he made, we captured some of this over on our Instagram. Yeah, we captured some of this over on our Instagram when they were doing the off-world stuff. So we captured a little bit of it on the Instagram, or it might be on TikTok. I don't know. It was back in December when they did this off-world stuff. This was before Amber fallout. This was when Jaguar was mentioning Maria Brockovich, whatever her name was. This was around that time where all of them was present for the panel. They was doing the offshore DNA on Jaguar, So just in case, just to give y'all a quick update, this was when Jaguar was doing all of that.
This is what I was talking about.
They did the whole spiritual star seed thing on her.
That during the ascension process, they put a bunch of false lights out there so you can get misdirected. And what is the ascension process? Well, this is how you know that the ascension process is real.
Now, that's why I say, if Beverli was the person she said she was, why she didn't see this coming?
This is what I was telling.
Why she didn't see this coming? She should have seen this coming already. She doing remote views. Why she didn't see this coming? She should have did a remote view on Jaguar and seen that this was about to end badly.
So, guys, right? This is what I was talking about
did a remote
right
view.
You remember when I said that during the ascension process, they put a bunch of false lights out there so you can get misdirected?
December 21st.
And what is the ascension process? Well, this is how you know that the ascension process is real. They are trying to paint Jaguar Wright as an ascended master.
They told Jaguar.
Now I want y'all to think about this.
Blood of a lancer.
Nothing that Jaguar Wright said is of the ascension. She don't talk about chakra systems. She don't talk about the alignment. She don't.
I don't remember when Ronnie came up missing for December 25th, and she was like, "Now, Ronnie, don't be alarmed. I'm going to enter your vessel. I'm going to enter your vessel, Ronnie. Don't be alarmed. I'm going to see things from Ronnie's eyes." Well, why didn't she see this shit coming then? We seen it coming. Why didn't she see it coming?
Don't talk about any of this stuff. But this person up here, right, is trying to make it seem like she has a Ascension Academy, right? The same person whose family is a part of a pedo ring, right? She's trying to make us think Jaguar Wright, who literally just put this outfit on, this crystal, she never wears that, this dress she got on, even the Muhammad hat she got on representing Islam, right? She went and put on as much, stuff she can to try to look like a spiritual person. So
see what I'm saying? This was back in December. They was all thick as thieves back in December, right? Christmas specials, Ronnie Bo, slow ass, damn near offering up his kid.
Now tell me this is not weird.
Tell me this shit ain't
Ronnie
weird.
Bo
This
brings
is Christmas
his kid
special. Now, mind you, look at the list of people that he's up here with. Now, mind you, Ronnie Bo fell out with Little Ron on November the 30th. Listen to the dates. November the 30th, Ronnie Bo falls out with Ron. Little Ron, Yum, whatever his name is. He said Little Ron called him the N-word. Now, why would you be on a December special, whatever day this is, right? Why would you be up here showing them your kid doing all of this extra stuff? If you already said this person was, racist, if you already said this person called you the N-word, why would you do this, right? So that's why I was pointing all of this stuff out back in December, because all of it seems skeptical. You don't sit there and make it seem like this is your family. Oh, this is my family. All of us are family, so on and so forth. And then 2 months down the line, you saying that this person was trying to colonize America. or colonize the black, YouTube sector, right? Now think about that. Now I want y'all to think about that. This how you know that this is not Ronnie Bo's intellectual properties. This how you know Ronnie Bo was ciphering the internet, ran across a segment that me and the failed actor did, right? And in that segment, that's what the narrative we was saying, right? And then he went and chat GTP or chat PTC, whatever it's called. He went and made a book out of a narrative that wasn't even his, right? And that's why I say all of these people are fraudulent. They steal intellectual properties of other people. They are fake. They're not real, right? And make sure y'all go over to Energy of Atlas on TikTok. We are live on that page right now. You could drop a subscription over there to that page. For the people that's on Energy of Atlas on TikTok, y'all can come over to Energy of Atlas 111 on YouTube, okay? And drop a sub over there, follow, But yeah, chat GTP, right? So he did that. But this is the day that he was showing them his kid. Right now, tell me this don't look disturbing. On Attwood show, right here, Attwood, who literally was in trouble with the pedophilia ring, right? And look at Jaguar Wright, right there. None of these people are inside the continent of America, right? Why would you put your kid on here, and why would you show them the just watch freezer the night before? Why would you do this? It's all practice. Now, before he do what he do, I want to say this. Now we see that she's a beautiful little girl, whatever. We see that he got a beautiful daughter, so on and so forth, right? It will be no reason for him to do the rest of this, right? We watch this video. We see that she's a beautiful girl. We don't need to see no more. We see, right? Why would Ronnie Bo do this? What was the point? What was the point of him showing the body type? What was the point of him? What was the point? What was the point of that? Mind you, this is the same group of people who you later said was Aryan Brotherhood. You later said that they were, part of these groups, organizations, so on and so forth. You made a book about colonizing your people, so on and so forth. But here you are, damn near offering your baby up. And that's why I said, even back then, back in December, I said, all of this shit is weird. All of this shit is weird, right? Golden. Not to bring it up again, but this is what I've been pointing out since the beginning of this, right? This is what I've been pointing out since the beginning of this. The way these people are going about the youth, and this seemed weird. The way they was doing this, like even the way that Jaguar, mentioned, your kid looking like Ronnie Bo, saying shit like, oh, he gonna be a little Ronnie Bo. Look at little Ronnie Bo. Now, mind you, she's saying this shit on a public platform, which is very disrespectful to the father of your kid, right? Because it's not Ronnie Bo, right? But on a public platform, she say, oh, look at Ronnie Bo Jr. or look at baby Ronnie, right? Which is very disrespectful to who you did have the kid with, right? And it's very disrespectful because you're putting that out on a public platform, which would imply that kid that you had is Ronnie Bo kid. A lot of people was like, is that Ronnie Bo's son? Is that Ronnie Bo's son? Is that one of Ronnie Bo's girlfriends? So on and so forth, right? So it was actually putting a lot of, falsity on the whole narrative, right? And it could have caused further problems with you and your, baby dad, right? If that would have went a different direction, right? So these are the things that I was pointing out, right? Jaguar later did a live where she stated that she only liked kids from the age from the time they babies to 6 years old. The lady asked Jaguar, she said, why you say 6 years old? She said, because after 6 years old, they start going to school and thinking for themselves. Basically, she said once they started composing their own thought, they was no more good to her. Do you know what that means? That's weird as hell. That's just like Allison Crawley, right? That's just like Allison Crawley. To say that you want a society of dummies that just follow what you say, that just they don't have no thought of their own. They just taking Jaguar word for it, right? She sexualizes everything. Name one thing Jaguar didn't sexualize. She sexualizes everything. She sexualized the walk of Jesus Christ. She sexualized the walk of Jesus Christ by saying Mary Magdalene, who was portrayed, who was viewed to be a prostitute. She said that the promiscuous ways of Mary is what paved the way for Jesus and the disciples to move freely. She was the number one, supporter of Christ. She gave the money up for him. Pimping ain't easy type shit. Basically, she said that Mary Magdalene was Jesus's bottom B. That's what she said. I didn't say this shit. She said it. She said Mary Magdalene was the perfect bottom B. I want y'all to let that marinate for a second. This is the person that we sitting here talking about is the truth seeker, the truth teller, so on and so forth, right? The same person who gave us Meth Mouth Murph. The same person who gave us Wolf Coochie. The same person who counted the credibility of Big Hungry CC and Ronnie Slow. On my brother, on my brother, on my brother, right? Ronnie Slow, who decided to write a book called The Power of the Vajayjay. And he didn't use the word Vajayjay, right? Ronnie Slow, who decided to write a letter to the president and ask the president to let out Young Boy and Lil Durk. Ronnie Slow, the same person who said all he know is drugs because he been selling them since he was 11 years old. The same person who went on Maggie's page and tried to show a family picture of his nephew, of the same brother that he putting everything on, tried to show his son, I raised that boy. My brother been gone. I raised him, so on and so forth. And he throwing up pitchforks. He throwing up gang signs. So you raised him to be a GD gang member. And here we are sitting here making it seem like Ronnie Slow was about to lead us up out of something. Like he was Malcolm X and Jaguar Wright was Martin Luther. These people is no Malcolm X's. These people is not Martin or Luther's. Do you hear me? Jaguar Wright sitting there trying to back up Ronnie Bo's story. You can't back up Ronnie Bo's story after y'all just was sitting at the table with the same people who you now trying to play in our face and make it seem like it's the enemy. No, you guys are the enemies. You guys are the ones. You tried to sell us out. Let them eat cake. Remember? Y'all don't remember that whole December where she was just, let them eat cake. Let them eat cake. America ain't shit. Y'all don't remember December 13th? It was a Friday. December 13th. It was Friday the 13th. It was a full moon. Jaguar did a whole mud bath for 3 hours where she said Trevor Green was the person that did all the stuff, not Jay-Z. Where she sat there and said America is stupid and we're not good with our finances and all types of stuff. And she said, let them eat cake. She going to the UK. Y'all don't remember that? She said she was going to the UK. She had Attwood's address and everything. She was on her way. She couldn't wait to hug up on little baby Ziggy. Now we in April and it's looking bad over there. Huh? Now it's looking bad over there. December, she had mud baths and empty bonnets. Huh? Now she cold hard with the cleats. Huh? Busting out the bando. Huh? Now she out here acting like she Young Thug. Huh? Busting out the bando. A man jewelry real metal like a can open. I went from rags to riches to the future with Frick. And if you play with my, and I'm a drip lip. I need somebody today. Smoke more weed than that guy in LA. Huh? Now she Young Thug. Now she want to drop verses and shit against people. Now, Wolf Coochie promoting her next album. She battle rapping now. Talking about something. Yeah, I know Jaguar got some bars. I know she'll sit down and write some shit. I know she'll. Man, you better stay a ghostwriter. You better cut that shit out. We don't need Jaguar writing no damn lyrics. We don't need Jaguar battle rapping. What is wrong with y'all? This lady is 48 years old. We do not need no granny battle rap session. That is not what we need in this new decade. Grandmama battle rapping. We don't need that. Motherfuckers rapping with diapers on and shit. What is we doing? This is why I say they're playing in our face. Look at the panel, right? Look at the panel, right? This person. We're gonna put Jaguar up against that one lady. What's that old lady name that's trending on TikTok? Big Mean Sesame. That's that Big Mean energy. Za 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 za. That's that 9 mil melody. Your dad's on benefits. Your mom going mad off of cannabis. Your boy Gucci, but you ain't that glamorous. Huh? You're a vegan. I bet you're a vegan. You don't want beef. I do, and I've just eaten. She will tear Jaguar ass up. You hear me? Whoever that old lady is over there, she will tear Jaguar ass up. Za 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 za. That's that 9 mil melody. Your mom's on benefits. Your dad going mad off that cannabis. Hey, they gonna get the best elder rapper from Great Britain. She gonna come out and tear Jaguar ass up. You don't want beef. I do, and I've just eaten. She waiting for Jaguar. She got a nice 16 waiting for Jaguar. Person. Family is part of a pedophilia ring. This person used to work for the Mexican mafia, which we know is a part of trafficking, right? These two people right here. It's gonna be the doppelganger, diaper bottom, busting babies. Look like they don't mean no good. Look at the evil. Look at the evil. This looks like a panel full of evil. Look at all these. Listen to what they're saying. They were celebrating this day. That's why I say they playing in my face. The celebration. Listen to what Maggie said. All these people that fell out with each other now. Powerful white women.
We're learning. We're all powerful women and white. We're all white powerful women.
See? We're all powerful women and white. We're all white, powerful women. Look, these people been playing in our face. Look at Ron.
Okay. And you're don't forget my status.
Listen to what Jaguar Wright say.
My white status. Tax time is coming.
You know how cringe now. You know how cringe it.
Listen to what Ron says.
When Gandhi's like, "Oh, I'm white now. I'm white now." I'm sitting here dying inside. I'm dying inside every time she
says.
Wait
a minute though. She was called white by a fake Jamaican.
Oh, I know.
We're delving into this one, people. We are delving into this one. Do you hear me? We are delving into this one. Listen to me. These people been playing in our face. They've been playing in our face. I don't know why y'all ain't seen that did it. Y'all should have seen that did it. Huh? This man wrote a letter to the president. Do you hear me? This man, Ronnie Slow, this is who Beverli is. Y'all keep on saying who Beverli. Beverli is in this just as much as everybody else. That's why this is going to be funny, right? You got Shuan Attwood and Beverli. Beverli might not respond, but that's not going to stop, Grace from doing her readings. Now she's supposed to be done read Beverli. She's going to do a reading on Beverli, right? But most likely she's just going to say all the shit that we already said back in January, right? About her family, having a dark path, so on and so forth. She probably gonna say that same stuff, right? But remember, back in December, it was in Beverli we trust, right? Y'all don't remember back in December? Even Maggie said, "Oh, it's such an honor to be up here with Beverli." She said Beverli was the Caucasian savior for them. That's what she said back in December. This is the stuff that they were saying, that I was pointing out back in December. This is what they were saying back then, right? Jaguar was saying, everybody was praising Beverli. When Beverli did the remote viewing for Ronnie Slow Ass, and they said, "Oh, he's locked up, he's being questioned by officers." All of them was like, "Oh, hell, Beverli. Oh, praise Beverli. Oh, thank you, Beverli, for confirming. Oh, thanks, Beverli. Maggie did a 10-hour live. Ronnie Lil Yum Yum did a 12-hour live on the Attwood network. Y'all remember that? Don't act like y'all don't remember that. Y'all don't remember that back in December, where the day after the Christmas special came, right? They painted this whole narrative like Beyonce performed at the Super Bowl or at the Christmas football game, right? Jaguar said the NFL was part of the ritual that was to take her down, and she said Ronnie Slow came up missing because the performance at the Super Bowl. Y'all don't remember that shit? Now everybody want to act like y'all don't remember how crazy that shit. Now that y'all hearing it in April, now y'all want to act like y'all don't remember hearing that shit in December when she said it. Now that it's April and you rehearing it, like that shit sound crazy as hell. Now in April it sound crazy, but in December y'all was right along with the shit. Like, yes, Jaguar, you are right. They did. The NFL is working with YouTube, and YouTube is working with the Soda Police Department. Yes, everybody's working with each other against you. Y'all don't remember that shit? She said that not the Super Bowl. She said that the Christmas performance, the Christmas halftime performance by Beyonce that's why she came out with the white horse and so on and so forth, because they used that energy to go after her, and they took Ronnie Bo out, and Ronnie Bo got hit, and it was because of her. Remember? And then when Ronnie Bo came back, he tried to say that he was getting questioned about Natanya Rubin and Jaguar Wright. Y'all don't remember that shit. Okay. I'm gonna give y'all ones in the chat for everybody that remember. I'm gonna give y'all a second to put y'all ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. If you remember, just put a 1 in the chat. You remember when Ronnie Bo came back and he said, "Man, these YouTubers is messing up his life," so on and so forth. He ended up with the interview with Ratchet TV. In that interview, he called his lawyer up. His lawyer confirmed that he's on medicine for mental illnesses and that he's supposed to be taking classes or something. Y'all don't remember him doing that phone call to his lawyer? Y'all don't remember Ronnie Bo crashing out and saying that the Attwood network did this all because they would not post this letter right here? Little Yum Yum said that he thought that this was a negative direction and they would not repost this about his
So
letter.
y'all
I don't
tell
remember
me
this.
this makes sense. Please tell me if this makes sense or not. This is Ronnie Bo. Ronnie Bo is supposedly, he was locked up with R. Kelly, and he spent time with R.
Yeah, I
Kelly,
got a
and he's
great
advocating
memory.
for R. Kelly. Ronnie Bo got on the Shuan Attwood show today, right?
after all the controversy that they got all that energy, gathered all that energy, told people that he was missing for however long. Remember, Ronnie Bo popped back out and changed the name of his GM shirt. He changed it, instead of it being grind mode. All of a sudden, when he came back, it changed to God's Mafia or Goddess Mob or some shit like that. All of a sudden, he was repping Christ after that, you know, saying that he was the walking emblem of Christ, and him and Jaguar was like Malcolm X and Martin Luther coming together, and they didn't want to see them come together. And they was asking him questions about Natanya Rubin and some, you know, internet, you know, money laundering or something like that. And he couldn't be seen with Jaguar and them for a while. Y'all don't remember the story? I remember it like it was yesterday. Y'all don't remember all of that. His Cash App got hijacked. He sent out that letter asking everybody to send him $40 right before he just, you know, mysteriously went missing. Jaguar was saying, I told him it was going to be them girls that be the fall of him. And then all of a sudden she was saying that it was his girlfriend, you know, the baby mom, the one who he showed the kid of and everything like that. Y'all don't remember that? I'm trying to pull y'all up to date with the beef so that way y'all can know who Beverli is, and she's always been around. Beverli been the one doing remote views for them. Beverli been the one sending them these spiritual messages. Remember, Beverli was the one who sent Ronnie or sent Big Homie CC on a venture to rescue somebody in December. Do y'all not remember? You know, Big Homie CC was saying that he Beverli, how would she know that this person was in Detroit by a water tower? She lives all the way in South Africa. How would she know that it was a water tower in Detroit, Michigan, so on and so forth? But then again, everybody knows that it's a fucking water tower in Detroit, Michigan, because there's water towers everywhere. Not only that, didn't Will Smith's son do something about some water in Detroit where he changed the filters in the water tower, so on and so forth? So everybody knows that it was water problems or water towers in Detroit, right? So he tried to say the most basic and obvious shit, like how would Beverli know that it was a water tower, so on and so forth, right? So he was trying to make it seem like Beverli did some remote viewing shit. Remember, he was saying how Beverli tried to look at Beyonce and it's a dark cloud around Beyonce. Beverli was trying to do the same thing that Salone does. That Salone chick where she says she looked at Oprah and all of this stuff. So Beverli, that's what Beverli does on her page. She make it look like she's remote viewing all of these celebrities and everything like that. Yeah. So basically, that's what Beverli's doing. She's doing the spiritual stuff. This is where Little Yum Yum comes in at. Little Yum Yum act like he's a magician, like he pulled cards. Remember when Ronnie Blow disappeared? Little Yum Yum was saying, Jaguar, I pulled 5 cards on Ronnie, and you're not gonna like none of them. None of the cards that I pulled is. And Jaguar's like, I know. That's what I was afraid of. I was afraid that when Beyonce did that performance, she was targeting me. And I knew someone close to me was going to come up missing, because every time someone does a great performance, it's about me. Every time somebody performed greatly, it's because of me. I am, always was, and always will be a target. And I just want to give the public some. I'm out here and I'm putting my life on the line. Sorry. I did a mud bath last night with salt and vinegar. The salt was for my blood and the vinegar was for my coochie. But I'm better now. My sinuses are draining. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! We sick of this shit. We sick of all of your lies. The only thing telling the truth is that black bra. Because we seen that motherfucker for 4 years. So we know the black bra telling the truth. That's who we want to talk to. We want the truth to come from the heart that's around him. And he decides to write a letter to President-elect Trump, right? Now, I want y'all to know, this is like some 5th grade, classroom stuff where you tell your 5th grade students, hey, write a letter to your president. Ronnie Bo, a grown-ass man, come out here on some pen pal shit. He come out on some pen pal shit talking about I wrote the president a letter. Who is still writing the president a letter? We did that shit in like the 5th grade where we all wrote the president a letter. Everybody knows the president ain't getting them damn letters. The letters ain't getting to no damn president. Yeah, Ron, this is what I wrote to the president, and I want Beverli to read it. I think it would be great coming from Beverly's mouth, on my dead brother. I think Beverli, it would be perfect. And me and Jaguar is also going to the inauguration, and it would be great if Beverli can read that at the inauguration. It would just be so amazing if Beverli could read that at the inauguration, when the president, acknowledges me and Jaguar as being, the people that we say we is, or my dead brother. And shut up. I'm sick of this shit. They just lying to us, telling us anything. President, and so on and so forth. So he gets on the Sean Attwood show, and he literally writes a letter to President Trump, right? And this is what he writes in the letter. He's asking President Trump to free Little Dirk and NBA Youngboy, 2 people that are beefing with each other and are literally like unaliving people. This person, he's going down for, creating mass unalivings in Chicago. This person's gone down for impersonating a doctor, getting pills and scripts. These are the people that. So that's who he asking to let out, right? Trump already in trouble, facing felonies and shit, and Ronnie Slow got the great idea to ask him to let these people out. Make it make sense. Donald Trump, who literally deported an American citizen, and now he don't want to let that American citizen come back. He like, nope, you over there now. Ain't our problem. You trying to get him to let people out. And then got mad at the Attwood network and them because they didn't repost that. They didn't push the narrative on that. Remember, Jaguar was trying to make it seem like she was going to be at the inauguration, and y'all don't remember all these stories, but I've been pointing out all this stuff. I've been pointing it out. You know what I'm saying? Remember?
Over there, get all it fake. I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna do this.
Jaguar tried to come up on the panel and do some shit. We're filming. What happened? This is the first time Jaguar tried to come up on our panel. What we do? We shut her down. This changed the operation of everything. Once people seen how we dealt with her, they was like, oh shit, I like how he dealt with her.
Filming this, dummy.
You think I care if you filming this? You think you got to Yo, stop insulting me.
Stop acting like to not.
All right, well, stop insulting me.
I just want to ask Kai one question.
Okay, you can ask your question, but you're gonna have to
sat with me for nearly 2 years. How is this bum getting more views than you? How does he get more views than you?
They'll go to insult again. Why are you trying to insult me?
Sad.
TikTok, I'm gonna mute her. I'm not about to. I play the mute game. I ain't about
to do whatever you want.
I'm gonna play the mute game. You ain't about to keep on disrespecting me. I play the mute game. Nah, I'll mute you.
It was never about views for me.
You got me messed up.
It was never about views for me.
Look at that. I was muting the hell out of her when she came over here, right? Now, all of this stuff happened. She ended up falling out with them, This was with Amber, right? Selma came into the fallout from this Amber and Selma situation, right? I showed and proved to them. Now, this is why I say it's asinine and redundant, because Maddie say that she watch my lives all the time, right? Yet Maddie's
You know,
still over there trying to make it seem like she needs to have a conversation with Amber and Selma all over again, because remember, she was the one who said Amber and Selma was the same person, so on and so forth. Remember, Maddie was saying that Danny Robinson was an 80-year-old white guy. Remember? She making it seem like she don't remember half of the chaos, half of the disinformation that she put out there that people are still cleaning up now, right? And this is why I say I don't see how people are going back recapping some shit that they was involved in. You was there. You remember the shit. Now Selma jumping in and out of my chat talking shit to me after I gave her voice back.
This hero that's marching forward to stand up to bullying and whatnot. I just don't like the way they're behaving for 50-year-olds. I don't respect it.
You're absolutely right. Someone needs to be the voice, you know what I mean? Like, and everybody might not have a platform. So if I'm providing a platform, then other people need to start speaking out. Other people need to stand up and say that they're not with that type of stuff, right?
Exactly.
You gotta say that you're not with it, you know what I mean? Now I want y'all to think about this. We were saying this back in January. Back in January, we were saying this, right? Back in January, we was putting all these pieces together, showing, you know, everything that was going on. We were the one that showed that Maddie had a 86.2K page, right? We were the one. Maddie. I told you, Maddie, you might want to leave me alone, right? I told you that. I said, don't let me start digging and looking up stuff for you, right? Atlas, download the video screenshots. This was her talking to Paula. This was when she was cool with Paula. That was her talking to Paula on her 86K page. She was trying to say, oh, yes, I got a page where I'm talking about. This is what they were so mad at us about. This is the things that they were so mad at us about, because we were actually doing the work, right? We were actually doing the work, finding out stuff about them, right? And, you know, we wasn't pussyfooting around. They were coming at us. They were coming at all types of people at that time. Y'all remember? I remember. They was coming at all types of people at that time. Right, Golden. It was a war at that time. We thought the war was over. We at the Atlas family, we thought it was over. We was like, whew, it's over with. People are waking up, so on and so forth. You know, we were like on top of it. We were putting out so much. And here's the thing. Like, we thought that it was like, okay, boom, people see clear now. It's over with. We about to move forward. And they kept it going still. That's why we said, you know what? We out. We don't want no involvement with it, because after everything took place, you would think like, okay, boom. But that's not what happened. What happened? What happened? The truth came out, shit started getting revealed, and what took place? Re-traumatizing, re-trauma bonding, right? Oh, reopening up all of this dumb shit, right? But really, what's taking place in front of us is this little beef right here. You have Attwoods and you have Jaguar, right? And you have Grace and you have Beverli, right? You got Attwoods, you got Jaguar, you got Grace, you got Beverli, right? Now, this taking place right now, probably as we speak. Probably as we speak, Jaguar is doing a live right now speaking about this, right? But what she's going to do is she's going to try to link Attwoods to Courtney Burgess, Chris Tide, and that group. That's the direction that Jaguar would go in right now. That's the best direction she can go in right now, is to link Attwoods to the whole conspiracy against her with the lawsuit thing. That's the best direction she can go in right now. Right now, as far as the spiritual stuff go, then she can expose the back messages that she got with Beverli. They all in the same groups, right? Here's the problem. This could mess up things with Natanya Rubin, because Natanya Rubin is a part of these groups too. So now later on, Natanya Rubin got to come into the play too with this conversation. Ronnie Bo said all of them are in the groups on the back end, right? All of them are a part of these groups on the back end. So my question to the public is this controlled chaos, right? Are they creating this chaos? Is it controlled chaos? Or did they think they had control of it and now it's out of control? These are the questions that I have for Attwoods and them, right? Because Attwoods and them said that they make bank off of controversy. So I can understand exactly why they are covering the Diddy, scandal, all of this madness that's going on, right? I can't really see why or where this Rocco Fowler comes in at, right? Him backing up, Misha Fuller's story and everything. And I can't really see, like, because you can tell he's an addict. Like, so there's really no, correlation, right? And then, like, big homie CC, you never see him at the gym. You never see him do any type of training to say that he's, this elite bodyguard. I mean, a bodyguard got to know some shit. A bodyguard just can't stand there and look scary. Like, you know what I mean? A bodyguard got to know some shit. He don't really look like he knows some shit as far as them giving him like a Netflix special or so. Him and Lil Yum Yum made it seem like they going after TV shows and, he's going to get action figure characters and so on and so forth, right? So my thing is like, okay, I get it. It's a gimmick. It's a character. He's going to talk about Bigfoot. He's going to talk about, Anunnakis. He's going to talk about this stuff. Okay, Jaguar sees the potential in this. So she's going to tear Beverli down because if I'm not mistaken, big homie CC and Beverli are doing some type of podcast, right? I think it's Big Hungry CC and Beverli. They were supposed to be doing some type of podcast. If I'm not mistaken, Lil Yum Yum is in there somewhere with this whole thing, right? No martial arts or nothing. He's not walking around on no, Steven Seagal type shit. You know what I mean? Like this man, his last girlfriend broke up with him because she said he walked too slow. This came out of his mouth. His girlfriend, fiance, whatever she was, broke up with him because she said he walked too slow in the mall. She said he be walking too slow when they out in public. Think about that. This a bodyguard. This a bodyguard who girlfriend said he moved too slow. How he gonna guard some shit? How he gonna guard some shit? He moving slow like that, huh? If his slowness is causing him relationships, how the hell is we about to get away? Somebody make this shit make sense. How are we getting away? Huh? How? Ain't nobody that can help you escape. If he fall on you, it's over with. If he don't move fast enough, it's over with. How is you getting away? A bodyguard got to be able to guard a body. That's what a bodyguard does. A bodyguard got to be able to guard a body. If you can't guard a body, you ain't no bodyguard. You a stand-in. You a fill-in. I'm sorry. Neither. Yeah, you can't talk about no pew pews because everybody got one of those. They make those shits for all sizes. Them shits is one size fits all. Everybody got a pew pew. From the skinniest nigga to the biggest nigga, they got pew pews for everybody. They called the equalizers. So I don't want to hear that shit. And you know, all this tough gangster internet shit. Then soon as shit hit the fan, he talking about something. You know, I gotta contact the feds every day. He told Los, he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to the Vatican. I'm about to speak. You know, I'm about to go speak in the Vatican, and you know, and I'm about to go talk to the churches and so on and so forth." Like, bro, come on, man. These people playing in our faces. He doing excursions in Dallas. He talking about some, yeah, I'm sitting out at a stakeout right now. Who does a stakeout and go live on YouTube? Who do stakeouts? Who do extractions and go live during the extraction? What is you? What is you, Dog the Bounty Hunter? Huh? Huh? Who's you thinking you is? Huh? You think you about to get a Hawaiian special? That's what I'm saying, man. These people is playing in our faces. They playing in our faces. Now you got this beef right here. This the beef. This the one right here. This the one that's going to take the cake. This is where you know it's a spiritual battle right here. Huh? This the one right here. This the battle that's going to take the cake right here. Huh? This the one. Yeah. You got Grace. What do you think Grace is going to say about Beverli? She can't call her bald headed, right? She can't say Beverli went to Wikipedia, right? Beverli supposedly got an institution for spirituality, a spiritual institution, some sort of Ascension Academy, right? Because Beverli knows what's happening in the world. She knows that people are going through this mental thing and it's based off of spirituality. That's why she did the whole, you know, off-world DNA on Big Homie Cece and Jaguar Wright. Right? So she did that whole thing because she knows that there's a new nation or a new collective being born, right? So she did that, right? So now this is where the things have to come out. All of these back end conversations, because that's what's threatening right now, right? That's what's more threatening right now, right? The fact that these people say, hey, you know, we can make excess amount of money off of you. You know what I mean? The fact that they say, hey, we could do this. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. It's also Easter. 420 is not just my birthday. 420 represents a lot of stuff. 420 is Easter, right? 420 is National Smoke Day, right? 420 is Hitler's birthday. 420 is also my birthday. 420 is also the Columbine tragedy anniversary, whatever you want to call it, right? 420 is a lot of things. So yeah. And this 420 marks a monumental point because Easter only falls on April 20th every 22 years. Well, at least the last time it fell on this day was 22 years ago. I don't know if it's every 22 years, but last time it was 2003 when this happened. Or 2003. So Beverli is a spiritual advisor. She's the one who did the remote views. Like I said, remember when it came down to the Ronnie situation, she was remotely viewing Ronnie. She said, I see him in a room, a gray room with some people with tan, so on and so forth. Right? So and that's why I say, like, pay attention because this is happening. This is happening now. This is happening fast, right? I mean, this is in real time. This is happening right now, right? I'm not telling you something that's happening You know, you can, you know, I don't know if she's doing a live right now, but I'm pretty sure she's probably talking about it today or tomorrow, because this was the next direction she was going in right here. This direction that she was going in right here. And you got to remember, she signed a contract. Now, we can keep on saying that she didn't sign a contract to Wolf. It ain't Wolf she signed a contract to, but maybe we all need to look into push management a little bit, whatever that's called. Push, you know, push, push it out for me. Shit, I wonder if he signed up for that. He might be a part of that whole management. Push it out for me. It might be Push It Out Productions or some shit, you know. But yeah, so you as you watching everything that's happening, you know, this is the fallout. This is the play right here. This is what they're putting together right here. This, you know, beef, this you know, this fight right here. But what she's going to do is, I'm telling you right now, Grace gonna say some stuff, but Grace ain't do no real research on Beverli, nothing like that. Grace gonna do some fake reading that Jaguar actually is being the controller of, where Jaguar is going to say all the stuff, and then she's going to say, what does the spirit say about that? Is the spirit telling us that Beverly's about to da 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 and this, and then Grace gonna be like, yes, that's what the spirit is saying. That's what so that's gonna be a fake ass, you know, spiritual reading, whatever you want to call it, right? But the main thing is the connection that she's gonna be trying to make with Attwood and the lawyer. You know what I mean? That's going to be the main connection that she's going to be trying to make, is Attwood's and, you know, the whole lawyer, because she wants to make it look like that all of this took place after Attwood came into her life. You know, who introduced her to all of these people? Where did these people come from? How did she get connected with all of these people? That would be the story of what she's trying to place right now. Who's going to go down for the electronic transactions? That's my question. You know what I mean? For all of the less electronic transactions, the fake 501c's, to, you know, fake crowdfund, to garnet, you know, so on and so forth, you know, from TikTok to Instagram to YouTube to, you know, .org accounts or .gov accounts, whatever accounts they got. I think it's .org. And even the nonprofit organization, the money's not going back into the nonprofit organization. So therefore, if the money's not going back into the organization, then it's not a nonprofit organization. You know what I mean? It's more so on a verge of like 70% of it has to go back. If she's using that money for other stuff, it's straight scamming, and she's gonna go to jail for that. You know what I mean? So when tax time come and it's time for her to show that the 70% of that was going back into the organization, because remember, she's trying to say that she's taking the donations and she's going to pay Grace and Ayasha. That's what she's saying, right? Those are personal people in your life. They not signed to no job. If you say that they working, then anybody that sue Grace or sue Ayasha can sue them under that, and they can sue your nonprofit organization. Because if you saying that their job is to call people bald-headed or talk shit to people online, and that's what you're paying them for, then when you sue them for defamation of character, then you also can sue the company or organization that is you know, cruelty free, right? Because if you're saying they working for you and you paying them out of the money that you're getting for cruelty free, then you're saying that they're employees of cruelty free, and cruelty free is responsible for their actions during the time that they are working. And if they're working online talking shit to people, then the shit that they talking being defamation of character, then your company is responsible for that. So you can not only sue Grace, you can sue Jaguar, and you can sue the company. See, this is why I'm glad I went to school. Hey, one's in the chat. If you ain't you glad I went to school? Ain't you glad I'm a smart mother So somebody put a 1 in the chat and say thank you for being smart. Somebody put a 1 in the chat and say thank you for being smart. Because now you could really book their ass. Because if Jaguar is saying that she's paying these people, then you can sue that whole organization. I don't know how far you can sue a nonprofit organization that's not making no profit, but get their ass. Say something about me, Grace Ayasha. Say something about me. I'm going to sue y'all ass and that dirty ass nonprofit. Huh? Talking about y'all cruelty free. Y'all ain't no cruelty free. Y'all the ones doing the cruelty. Y'all the ones out here being cruel. I know the law. The law say I could sue y'all. That's what the law say. The law say I could sue y'all. Everybody drop $1 in the Cash App for me being intelligent and for you being here to witness this in real time. I'm going to teach you how to operate in real time, okay? If you want to know how to operate in real time, go ahead, drop $1 in the Cash App one time. You want to know how to operate in real time, go ahead, drop $5 in the Cash App one time. And if you got TikTok, make sure you get over to Energy of Atlas and subscribe. We are live over there right now. That's right. We are live on 2 pages on YouTube, 1 page on TikTok, 1 page on Twitch. All right. We live all around the board. Okay. And, you know, make sure y'all get over there and y'all, you know, drop, you know, somebody cash at me 1111 right now. Somebody cash at me 1111. It's 111 on the clock. Somebody hit me with 1111. Or hit me with $1.11. Can you do $1.11 on Cash App? I don't know if you could do $1.11 on Cash App. Hey, love is love, man. Greater things is happening right now. A great shift is taking place. There's so much loving energy being pushed down to this planet. This is why so many people is walking around with so much more disdainment, because there's so much loving energy being pushed down to this plane. There's a lot of loving energy that is being pushed down to this plane. Shout out to the Cash App, 1111 on the Cash App. I don't know if you want me to say your name, because usually when you shout out people's name, they get targeted by other people who's watching to see who name is getting, you know, pointed out for this stuff. I went through this on TikTok already. All my supporters end up coming back telling me, like, you know, this person contacted me and said that they was on your panel and platform and da 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 da, and I end up sending them money to buy a bike, and I'm like, what? But needless to say, neither here nor there, you know, we did end up, you know, doing the little bike thing, and people did take certain funds for the bike, and, you know, then they decided to take my platform, you know, and they thought they was hurting us. But, you know, how many steps was we ahead of them? How many people know? I keep on telling people we way ahead of them. And I'm just tired of waiting for people to catch up. So now I'm just going to expose everything ahead of time before it happens, or in real time, like this whole Beverli situation. See, Grace and them didn't even do their reading on Beverli yet. You know what I mean? Yeah, 50 now, huh? 50. You know what I'm saying? So Grace and them is just now getting their reading out on Beverli. Now, we've been said some stuff about Beverli, hence the book right there called The Horse Girl. Feel free to go get that book about Beverli's life. It's called The Horse Girl. This is the book of Beverli saying that she and her family was a part of a thing, and she made it out of that thing that her family was a part of. Or, you know, she was either sold or stolen or put into that. Go read the book. It could be a great read. It's way better than, you know, the Wood Shack. I tell you that much. It's way better than the Wood Shack. But, you know, go read it for yourself, right? Now, in this book, right? in this book, however you want to look at it, we've been pointing stuff out to you guys, right? And now this has come full circle. Now we're back at full circle. If you get the book, we can't support you for your birthday. Ralph, if we get the book, we can't support you for your birthday. What? Well, don't get the book then. Don't get the book. If it comes down to supporting me for my birthday, then go with that one. Support me for the birthday. It's going to be a great day. Go with that one. Go with the support thing. Fuck it. Fuck it. No sense of making a decision hard. Fuck it. You know? Support the Solo Negro College Fund. Support that. It's a great fund. It's the Solo Negro College Fund. That be me. I'm that Solo Negro. Huh? Let me get a little something. Put a little bit of something. You know, picture day coming up. Let me get a little bit of something on the Solo Negro College Fund. I bees that Solo Negro. I needs it. I really needs it. All right, but listen. So I'm thinking about doing like an all-day thing, right? We got the crystals in the Discord, right? We also are trying to go. We're trying to make this trip to New York, right? So we're putting together funding to get this vehicle. We're not asking, we're just doing, whatever. We're taking whatever to try to get this vehicle. I'm trying to get a vehicle due to the fact that I had to move unannounced, because certain people was making threats about following my kid home and so on and so forth. And I don't take threats on my kid, lightly. If it's me, then I'm gonna laugh about it and so on and so forth. But to give myself peace of mind, it was better that I got him to a safer place, because I don't know the extent of these people or how deep it actually goes. I know that, Jaguar Wright has called CPS on people before. She even said that if she got Ladies Letitia's address, she was going to send CPS there. And me taking care of a kid that's not biologically mine, sending CPS there, even though the police come to my house all the time, I still don't want to go through that. Not in my mind, whatever the case may be. So I had to make sure that he was in a safe space. But now he's in that safe space. I got to start putting the money back together for this vehicle. So, if you want to help, you can help. Okay. I'm not going to turn down any help. Okay. If you want to help me get this vehicle, you can help. Okay. By all means, you can help. Okay. No. Hey, listen. Help. I'm not going to turn it down. Help. I'm not one of those type of people that don't, I know when I need help. I know how to ask. Help me, please. Please help me. Help me, please. Ain't no shame in my game. I'm going to break it down and beg like James. Please. Please. Let me ride that donkey. Let me ride that donkey. Let me ride. I'm sorry. All right. So, yeah. So greater things are happening. It might take a while, Yeah, they got the page. They done snatched. They knew we was on the great things. You hear me? They knew we was on the great things. They snatched the whole page from us. They can't say nothing no more to us about our pages no more either. It ain't no, I made that page. I sent people over the fuck. Nah, y'all got the page that you got it. You know what I'm saying? But dang, they shut the door on us with that page, didn't they? It's okay, because the backup page only got to get to 500 before I can try to monetize it, and then I still got another chance on the Energy of Atlas page. It's okay. It's gonna be, everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right now. Everything's gonna be all right now. My love is your love. Your love is my love. I'm taking the pen in the breaker. That's why I say, man, I like the TikTok page because over there I can play music and not get, hit off, or, I can get over there. Maybe later on in the Discord we'll play some music and just jam out. I gotta listen to my old turn the lights down low and lift up your window curtain. Ooh, let diamond come shining into our lives again, saying it's been a long, long time. Got this message for you, girl. Damn, that's that jam right there. I gotta go listen to that. On time, on time. I want to give you some love. I want to give you some good, good loving. That's that jam. That is that jam. You hear me? You don't get no better than that right there. When they put that together. She said, loving you is like a song I replay every 3 minutes and 30 seconds of every day. And every chorus was written for us to recite every beautiful melody of devotion of the light. This ocean might carry me on the waves of emotion and ask you to marry me. Man, why is those lyrics so tough? Turn the lights down low and lift up your window curtain. That's that jam. I'm sorry, chewing gum. Because you put it like that, I can't do it. If you would have just asked me to impersonate Ronnie Slow, I would have did it. Because you trying to implement money magic and think that I'm going to do it for money, I can't do it now. I'm sorry. Because I don't, money don't move me. If you would have just asked me to do it, I would have did it. But because you try to make it seem like I'm doing it for money, I can't do it. Oh, let your love come shining into our lives again, saying, ooh, I love ya, I love ya, I love ya, and I want you to know right now, ooh, I love you, and I want you to know right now that I want to give you some love. I want to give you some good, good loving. Oh, that was that damn. I'm trying to tell you, that was that damn. Now, that's what I call music. That boy good. Hercules. Listen, this gonna be a fallout right here. I don't know, because it depends on how people respond back, right? Y'all saying that we not gonna get a response by Attwood, right? One's in the chat. Are we gonna get a Attwood response? Nah, Lauren did more than that, man. Come on, man. She wrote Zion. Come on. She wrote Zion. I touch my belly overwhelmed. Huh? You think Attwood is too big for that? You don't think he's gonna respond? What about Lil Yum Yum? You think Lil Yum Yum gonna respond? Because this is big though, because this is painting them out to be, Aryan Nation or whatever the case may be. So, it might warrant a response. It might get a response, you know what I mean? Maybe something brief and polite. You don't think that respond? You think he'll let Little Yum Yum respond? Nah, Atwoods is going to take the other way out because he tried to get in her chat. He tried to get in her chat and tell her, So he tried to get in her chat and say like, "Hey, you took me to Magic." That's what Atwoods is saying. Atwoods was in her chat yesterday, but she blocked him. Atwoods was in the chat yesterday, and Atwoods was saying like, "Yo, you took me over to Maggie's page," because Jaguar is trying to say that's why you started showing up on Maggie's page, so you wouldn't have to pay me no more to come to your page. Because what it was is, Jaguar was getting excess amount of money, and I said that already, but I think Jaguar has been watching my lives. But that's why I said smart move on Atwood's part if he did move all of the conversations to Maggie Page, because then he gets these conversations for free and he don't have to pay, right? Because if he was really paying 10,000, if he was giving them $10,000 per interview, because Jaguar said that she told somebody that she was going to make 10,000, but he went around her. She was going to give somebody excess amount of money. I don't know the amounts. I could be wrong on these amounts. It could be just 500, because if I'm not mistaken, Big Homie CC was just getting 500, but I'm not sure what these numbers was. That's what I said, Junkyard. I said no way it was 10K, right? But she had some type of agreement with Attwoods where she was getting money for people. That's why she took, Ronnie Slow over there. That's why I remember when Big Hungry CC first came over there, what the Lil Yum Yum say? Oh yeah, Jaguar already vouched for you, right? So maybe it was just 500, maybe it was 1,000. You know what I mean? Maybe it was just 1K. I don't know. I don't know the amounts. Yeah, maybe it was just 500. Maybe she was splitting it. Maybe she was taking 5, giving them 5, and they just found a way to work around her. Because remember, Big Homie CC said that the law firm that filed the lawsuit against him was only trying to give him 1,500 for an interview. That's what Big Homie said. Big Homie said he paid them a bunch of money to keep his name out the first time, and then they turned around and tried to pay him 1,500 for an interview, and he turned it down, and then his name popped up in the second indictment. So this unless he's trying to say this whole law firm is corrupted, I don't see the points that or the merits of what they're saying. And then, if I'm not mistaken, is the law firm that's suing them, is it the same law firm or the name on the law firm? Where is this fraudulent law firm coming from? Because ironically, Maggie's fake lawsuit from a law firm is the same law firm that was on Ratchet TV's when Ratchet TV was talking, and he showed a number to a law firm out of New York or whatever it was, right? It was the same law firm that Maggie was sent the lawsuit from for the one situation, right? So now here we are once again with multitudes of people that's connected to a law firm that's connected to fraudulent lawsuits, or are these legitimate lawsuits? And the people who what you see what I'm saying? Do you see what type of conundrum this keeps on being? Like, when you think you're getting to the end of something, more shit pop up. That's the trap that we're in. if we allow this to continue the way that it's going, because nothing is having an ending. They're opening a bunch of doors. It ain't not one door been closed that they open. Name one door that's been closed that they open. Every door, they just walking around busting doors open. Ain't closing not one door. It's just some cycle of bullshit. A circus. Bread and circus. Dangle the bread, give them the circus. Now the clowns come out. And that's why I said I would like to have a conversation with Beverli and Attwood, maybe, possibly. Because where do they stand in all of this? Are you participating in this shit? You did a spiritual DNA test on Jaguar. Gave Jaguar so much credit, right? Pretty much said that she was meant to be praised, right? And now she about to attack y'all. And she got Grace, the mental health therapist, doing spiritual readings on Beverli Rhodes. Huh? Now they about to do a reading on Beverli, right? Beverly's always in South Africa somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Beverli always in South Africa somewhere. Making money off of Americans, because you know America money go a long way in Africa. So whatever y'all think that she's getting, that small amounts on here, shit, $50, 50 US currency is like $1,000 in America. You know that? Did you know that? Like 50 of our dollars, it might be like 70 of our dollars now, but that shit like $1,000 over there, right? So you can only imagine, you know, her life. She probably, you know, in the words of some of my blood brothers, big back being boo. She probably big back being boo, you know? And everybody sitting here, you know, Jaguar sleeping outside and shit. You know? Maybe you should go to South Africa, Jaguar, so you can live comfortably. Huh? Huh? Maybe. Maybe you should go outside, Jaguar. Go all the way to South Africa. You're going to live lovely out there. Luxurious living space, you know? And the reality of it is Beverli big chilling. And she going to say, wait till you see the reading that Grace did on Beverli. It's gonna blow your mind. Well, what is Grace gonna tell us about Beverli? What can Grace tell us about Beverli? That she's in South Africa, that she don't care nothing about what the hell y'all talking about, that she tried to do some good shit around it. Well, you know, Beverli is manipulative in a good way, I guess. You know, if you're gonna manipulative in a good way, you know what I mean? Beverli is manipulative in a good way. She, you know, doing spiritual stuff, doing spiritual Saturdays, Sundays, whatever. She's got this whole academy thing. I would actually like to ask more questions about that. Maybe I can become a professor at this academy. You know, I'm great at this whole spiritual shit. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I need to contact Beverli, see if I can become a professor, you know, be the first Black Negro professor. I told y'all this is going to my solo Negro college fund. Huh? Huh? Y'all out here sending Facebook 40s to Ronnie Slow. Ronnie Slow coming at y'all. On my dead brother. On my dead brother. Everything he say, he got to put it on his brother. His brother got a load on him. His brother not even here. His brother carrying all the weight. 6 feet under and still carrying weight. On my dead brother. Ronnie Slow ass out here trying to lie to people. And you know, Attwood and them told me a lot of stuff about you, Jag. And I'm not going to go against you. You my sister. You and Natalia is my sister. I'm not going to go against y'all, you know. So you know, on my dead brother, like, We've been out here doing this for how long? Since I was 11 years old on my dead brother. Like, that's all I know. All I know is Jaguar, and I ain't gonna go against Jag. Jag, my sister. See, they never wanted this to happen. They never want me and Jaguar is like on my dead brother. We kind of like Malcolm X and you know, when we come together, me and Jaguar, like we kind of unstoppable. That's why they don't want us to do this, because they know. And Attwood know what it is. They know what it is. Attwood and them know what it is. On my dead brother, they know what they've been doing on the back end. Shane, we gonna get with you, Shane, because just go get the book. Go get the book. We got the book. The book is out right now. Make sure you text my number. Contact me. Yeah, because I'm Ronnie Bo, you know, and Ronnie Bo about to blow, you know, Ronnie Bo about to blow, right? And when me and Jag see Jag, they don't know about what Jag do. They don't know. But when me and Jag, after we get all of this stuff and we finally talk to the president, because Jag in there now after the war on my dead brother, we taking Attwoods and them down. Okay, that's what's happening right now. Attwoods and them know what it is. Attwoods, get at me. We could do this on your platform. Ronnie, Yum, you know what it is. You know, God's Mob, God's Mafia, Grind Mode, you know, we out here. And I ain't gonna say no names. I'm not gonna say no names, but all you YouTubers out there, I ain't gonna give them no clout because I ain't gonna say their names. You know, I talked to my lawyer and that situation is over with, and y'all can't even get me no more. So I'm on all of y'all. I got something for all of y'all. On my dead brother, I got something for all of y'all now. But first, Attwood, y'all know what it is. Y'all didn't want to tell the people that I had a great idea, right? Y'all didn't want to tell them that I wrote The Power of the Pussy. So I had to put that book to the side, and on my dead brother, they know what they did. And they know that book is, I'm sorry I had to crush y'all with that book. You know, but it is what it is. No love lost. You know, Natanya Rubin, that's gonna be my sister forever. Jaguar, I never go against Jaguar. I love this lady. And it's up and it's stuck. We getting around to it. And when I go to LA, I'm trying to get the see, because they should give me and provide me with assistance, because you know I don't got the money for these lawsuits that I'm putting out there. And even though I'm saying that it's the police that's working with the, you know, Aryan Brotherhood, and even though I'm saying that Shuan Attwood is a part of the Aryan Brotherhood, I'm still gonna need police escort on my dead brother. Dumbass. Shut up. The boy is special. That's why I say he's slow. First, you say that the KKK and the Aryan Brotherhood done infiltrated the police station, and then you write a letter to the police station asking them for an escort. That's the same people that you talking shit about. You know what I'm saying? That's the same people you talking shit about. You gonna ask them for an escort. They gonna escort you, all right. They gonna escort you right to your cell. Right to your cell, a permanent residence in Rikers. You going to jail. And let's not forget those fraudulent letters that were sent out. Who is behind sending out these fake emails? Who's making fake email accounts? Because somebody sent the email out saying that Ronnie Bo was behind the whole Jay-Z lie with the 13-year-old. Somebody sent the email out back in January that said Ronnie Bo was behind that whole thing. Huh? Y'all don't remember that? One's in the chat if y'all remember that. Yeah. Ratchet TV did a whole thing on it. That's when they fell out. That's when all of them fell out around that time. Remember, because Ronnie Bo sent the text message saying that he got cease and desist, or he was gonna get paid $1 million or something. That's when everybody started asking him for money, and he told Shane that he was gonna send him some money. Y'all don't remember this stuff? Come on, it's all part of the you know, the new modern day soap opera that we call reality TV. Because this is a modern day soap opera right here. I'm just trying to help y'all remember the chain of events that took place. Just trying to help y'all remember the chain of events that took place. Now, of course, we're going to keep doing what we do, which is pointing out the bullshit, right? Because that's what we do over here. We point out the bullshit, right? On the next episode of Keeping Up with the Bullshit, right? We going to find out whether or not, Attwood and them is involved in this, because, okay, this is controversy, right? But where do they hash out this conversation? Where is this conversation going to take place? Because Jaguar is going to keep on taking shots at Attwood and Beverli and so on and so forth, because she knows that controversy sells, and she knows by doing so, it brings numbers to her room, right? Now, Attwood, he don't like drama coming his way, right? I'm talking about this shit make his ass itch. He's got to drink more water. He take more breaks away from the camera. He don't like that. He don't like asking questions. You can see him clam up. His throat get all dry and shit when he got to ask questions about his real life. And she talking about she digging into his wife, right? That's crazy. You looking into his wife? Attwood, do you know she looking into your wife? Do you know that, Attwood? She said she gonna look into your wife, Attwood. Do you know that? Are you aware of this? I'm just asking questions. I want to know. I want to know. Ain't that what she say? I want to know. I want to know.
Give you a little thrill from them old Aryan days. Didn't I tell you to come get that bitch? Maybe I need to act like people act in jail. Maybe you spent so much time there that you really don't understand. We are far past diplomacy. Because what this little fucking nigga fucking Haitian bitch is doing,
Damn, she called her a ball full of slurs right there. What is an NF in Haitian? What is an NF in Haitian? What is that?
What nigga fucking Haitian bitch?
Damn, you repeated it 2 times, Jaguar. You was wrong in the mouth. Something is wrong with her. Somebody fight back, please. Please fight back. What's today? Is it that close to my birthday that y'all keep repeating it? What is today? Why ain't today like the 16th?
She's actually making it possible for me to be able to sue Tysha Renee Johnson. Because everything that bitch had to say about me, from what anybody has said so far, number one, it's been lies. She's just regurgitating the same lies from 2023, and they think because it's been 2 years, don't nobody bother to care to hear about the truth or know the fact that she.
I want to know. I want to know why you still got this bra. Why you still got this bra? I want to know why you got this bra. And why you ain't changed this bra. You should just change this bra. I want to know. You need to get this motherfucking bra off, man. That shit is nasty wearing the same bra over and over again like that. That motherfucker bra is going to be in a museum 100 years from now. You hear me? That bra going to be in a museum 100 years from now. Do you hear me?
He's just repeating the same lies for money all over again, like my second ex-husband, Goomba, did. Like, this is pathetic. So please do know that. You fucking do this live. I'm taking it. I'm sending it to my lawyer. And
she don't even got a lawyer. Why Jaguar out here lying, talking about something? She's sending it to her lawyer. She don't even got a lawyer. You hear me? We know you was trying to get 5,000 to retain a lawyer. We know you was trying to get 5,000 to retain a lawyer. If you had a lawyer, you would have been figuring out that DeSoto situation. If you had a lawyer, you already would have sued a couple of people. If you had a lawyer, I don't care if you want to run, as long as I'm next to you. Wolfgang. You better figure that shit out. Now she's sitting here lying, saying that Liz or Lisa, whatever that counselor name was, now the counselor worked for Attwood. You hear me? How you had a counselor? How you had a counselor, a relationship counselor? How you had a counselor and the counselor work for Attwood now? Do you hear me? The counselor now work for Attwood. I told you, this is what's going to happen. This is what happens when you put yourself in her life. She everything goes to fault anybody. She don't care who's around. Somebody's taking the blame, and it's not her. She don't give a fuck who take the blame, right?
And I'm suing your homeless fucking ass, whether you're in New Mexico or Baltimore or wherever, fucking Barstow, whatever fucking homeless shelter you vagrants in these days. I don't know. It's beyond disrespectful, though. You just think you're gonna keep eating off my name. What did you say? Since I mentioned you, you have the right to take advantage of it and make money off of it? Put a 1 in the chat if that sounds right. Put a 1 in the chat if, because I mentioned this criminal who they embedded in my life to gaslight me back in the jail or to try to make me go crazy while she called the cops on me, stole my ID, stole my money, and got more than $10,000 in cash apps off my name.
Damn, more than $10,000 in cash apps on your name? Shit. Let me start using your name then. I need about $10,000 in cash apps. Shit. This den is getting thin. This den getting thin. Huh? TJ sitting somewhere. TJ over on Facebook singing her ass off. She can't sing where we live, but she over there jamming. You hear me? She over there thinking she Alicia Keys. If you ask me, I'm ready. She over there, she waiting. She been waiting for Jaguar to come back into her life. If you ask me, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? She is waiting for Jaguar to come back into her life. You know what I mean? I'm not your enemy. Your true enemy is the one who bailed you out. Yeah. Wolf Kutcher is on your bond. Wolf Kutcher is the one that's setting all this up. You don't think it's ironic. You don't think it's suspicious. All these people popping up in Jaguar's life after she tells stories about them. Crazy Alice from South Dallas popped up in Maggie's live. Crazy Alice from South Dallas popped up in Maggie's live and was like, Jaguar, we got tablets in here now. Who is behind all of this? Somebody is fucking with Jaguar's mental. Listen, Crazy Alice from South Dallas. I don't know if y'all know who Crazy Alice from South Dallas is, but she is the lady that was in the crazy house with Jaguar. She's the one that ran by Jaguar and spray farted on her neck. I'm talking about, she said that this lady bare ass spray farted on her neck, right? And said shots fired after she ran by. She said she farted on her neck and said shots fired and ran off. And she said the only thing that stopped her from jumping on this lady was the fact that she said shots fired. First of all, the medicine might have stopped you from jumping on that lady. Whatever medicine you was on that made you sit there in a stupor as somebody approach you with their ass out. Because I don't think I'm going to sit there as somebody approach me with their ass out. I'm pretty aware of my surroundings. I don't think, being in a situation like that, I'm on some give me 50 feet type shit anyway. So I don't think she could have approached me, especially not with her ass out. Maybe a normal approach, but she spray farted on your neck. That means the meds had your ass comatose. That means you was sitting there staring off somewhere, probably imagining that you sitting on the rings of Saturn somewhere, And this lady done snapped you back to reality with a spray fart to the neck and ran off and said shots fired. And somebody, they got to be, you know what I mean? They got to be monitoring her, or because how Crazy Alice from South Dallas pop up in Maggie's chat? Crazy Alice from South Dallas popped up in Maggie's chat. She's like, Jaguar, I'm still on lockdown. She said, Jaguar, they let us get tablets in here now. Jaguar said, Maggie, block that person. Jaguar said, block them. Hurry up and block them. Huh? He said, what that? Block them. Hurry up. Huh? That's the lady that spray farted on my neck. They trying to trigger me. Somebody is trying to trigger her. Somebody like it when she go off. And it's most likely the people that, you know, benefit from it. If Wolf Coochie is doing a Jaguar uncensored, then it's got to be some uncensored shit that's being said, right? You can't do Jaguar uncensored and she's, you know, keeping her words in play. You know, she's got to be uncensored, raw and uncut. So who you think is behind all of this? You think the Not Push It Out is behind it? You think the Not do got a lot of troll pages. He be in a lot of people's, he be making a lot of fake accounts on people, going into people's chat and stuff like that. You right. And he did say he the one that taught her this stuff. So you right. It might be the Not still playing the game. You think he's still a part of it? You think he's still at the table? I think the Not might have wanted to be with her or something. The Not might have wanted, he might have an infatuation with her. He might really want to be with Jaguar. That's why he said, you know, she wanted me. She settled for Wolf Coochie, but we met her on the same day and she wanted me. So I think Wolf Coochie and Jaguar both, I think all three of them might have wanted each other in the circle. Yeah, the circle of doom. That's what they call. That's the circle of doom. All three of them. That's the circle of doom. Yep. They called butthole harassers. Yep. They harass people's butthole. Yep. That's what they do. They are butthole harassers. For real. They harass people's butthole. That's what they do. You can tell. You can tell they harassers like that. You could tell it's in them. You know, you could tell that level of harassment is in them. It's a part of them. Yep. For real. Nah, you can say that, man, but ain't nobody. Come on, man. He said the Not said big homie CC was calling him, rubbing on his chest while he talked to him on the phone. Think about that. You got this man calling you, rubbing on himself while come on. He said they was his friends, even as recently as, you know, a few days ago on Maggie's panel. She was like, yeah, these are my friends. These are my, so he already admit that that's his circle. Like that's his gang. So he's a part of this whole foolishness that we look at. That's why it's never no peace. It's no peace and no justice with them. You go into those areas, there's no peace, no justice. They telling you they got the right to hate you. I got the right to hate you. I don't care if you gave me $10,000. I don't care if I got money from you in the past. I don't care if you looked out for me. I don't care if you gave me $1 billion idea. I got the right. Not to love. They don't love shit but that money. That's the only thing they love is that money. They'll tell you that to your face. That's why I understand how people keep, you know, buying into that and thinking that they about to get a different outcome. I don't see how people keep buying into the bullshit and thinking that the outcome about to be different. Like, oh, yeah, something different's about to happen. No, you're probably gonna get the same bullshit. You know what I mean? You probably gonna get the same bullshit, right? And come on, man. How y'all fall for Big Hungry? How y'all fall for that? Huh? Y'all really fell for Big Hungry like he was a bodyguard for the elites? Y'all see him at the gym? Do y'all see him working out? Do y'all see him doing elite type shit? Huh? Is he doing elite type shit? Huh? Cause I'm expecting what's that one dude name on what's his name? Jason Tatum, whatever his name is, that played in all the movies, the beekeeper and shit like that. That's you expecting a motherfucker bodyguard to jump out looking like that, like he gonna karate some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna karate some shit. You ain't expecting a motherfucker, funny body built, big hungry CC to step out of nowhere. Maybe as the limo driver, maybe he step out as the limo driver, open up a door or something. But come on. He built like old boy on Despicable Me. He got the top heavy, bottom loose, small ass legs, big ass top hat. Come on. Oh yeah, Jason Statham. Yeah, that's his name. He got that big ass upper body with them little ass legs. Come on. Sweep kick his ass. You ain't even got to try to fight Big Hungry CC. All you got to do is just leg kick him, just sweep kick his ass. I tell y'all, the gravity gonna do the rest. Huh? Soon as you leg kick him, he gonna be like, gravity, please don't take a hold of me. You know what I'm saying? Soon as you leg kick his ass, gravity. Shit. Timber, you might as well count him out. One strong leg kick to the knee. Gravity gonna take a hold of his ass. You see that old top heavy, big top heavy, and this the person that's supposed to be a bodyguard for the elite. Shut up. Yeah, right. Who is he guarding? Huh? He can't even get away in a daycare center. Cut it out. Them kids will beat his kneecaps to death. Cut it out. Yeah, y'all playing with me. Y'all got to be playing. Y'all got to be joking if y'all think that Big Hungry CC was guarding some shit. He might have been at them Diddy parties, but he wasn't on guard. Might have been serving up some entrees or something, some hors d'oeuvres, maybe some Grey Poupon, but ain't nothing about him says safety. Nothing. It's nothing. You're not running to him for safety. I promise you that. You might run to him for a snack, might run to him for something to drink, but you ain't running to him for safety, okay? In a room full of motherfucking elites, you is not going to hide behind that. There's no trap door he's going to lead you to. His girlfriend broke up with him because he walked slow in the mall. Do you hear me? Do you know how irritated somebody got to be to break up with you because you walk slow? Huh? Now I want you to think about that. This is something that builds up over time. This ain't something that you just call out right away, because you wouldn't have got with that person if you noticed it right away, right? So this is something that irritates you over time. Something that you might have thought was cute at first, right? Where you like, I like how you just take your time wherever you go. You just take your time wherever you go. I like that, right? After a while, that shit became irritating. Like, this slow mother, you trying to get in stores, get out of stores, right? You know, sometimes the line is long. Shopping ain't easy. You got to know how to move around some shit, get some people out your way. Can you imagine somebody breaking up with you, and when asked why they break up with you, it's because you walk too slow in the mall? Huh? Just sliding and dragging your feet and shit. You know, your parents used to tell you when you was a kid, pick up your feet because you sliding and shit, dragging your feet. I used to always say, pick up your feet. Huh? Can you imagine this? Can you imagine this? This big, heavy foot, funny body built, sliding in the mall. He only got one outfit: black t-shirt, sunglasses, scully cap. Black t-shirt, sun. That's it. That's description. When you say big homie CC, who you talking about? Black t-shirt, sunglasses, scully cap. That's it. That's the description. Black t-shirt. He wear that black t-shirt and that skull cap like Jaguar Wright wear that black bra. It is part of the outfit. It comes with. You hear me? And he ain't on no 007 shit like he just got a closet full of black t-shirts. Nah. He on some like Jack Reacher type shit. Like as soon as the t-shirt starts stinking, just buy another one and wear the fuck out of that one next. That's him. That's, you know what I'm saying? Go to the corner store, grab another t-shirt for about $15, size 6X, wear that motherfucker till it fall off, and then go buy a new one. Big hungry CC.
Put a 1 in the chat if you what they're planning on doing over there with the owl. Put a 2 if you know it's dead fucking wrong. I guess I said it too soon because y'all started going with the 1. 1 if it sounds right, 2 if it's dead wrong. Sounds like that needs to be reported. Sounds like it's hate speech and bullying and harassment. Sounds like it's promoting terrorism because that predator-looking bitch has been lying about me since I got away from her after she tried to have me arrested again.
Now, mind
that was the
you,
whole point. She was supposed to be my handler.
Mind you, she's talking about TJ. So this, what you're listening to, is before. This what you're listening to is before Maggie did her panel, right? Before Maggie did her panel, this is what you're listening to. The threats that she's being made, or the threats that's being made, is based off of Maggie doing the live. I don't know what she's saying today, right? But I'm pretty sure it's around the lines of how she's pissed off, and I'm pretty sure that it's talking about Attwoods and shit like that. Because listen, do this look like the face of somebody that's playing? Huh? This the type of person that you see in the hood, and you gotta tell them, like, you know what I mean? Like, he ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? You said she had a gun when you seen her. Name one person in the hood that play like that. You know what I'm saying? That's this type of face. Like Big Worm. Like, I ain't had nothing to do with you and Big Worm. I smoked a little piece of that. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna have to get her money. Not 9 o'clock, not 9:05. We're gonna have to get her money at 9 o'clock. She coming back at 9 o'clock. You hear me? She coming back at 9 o'clock. Not 9:20, not 9:45, 9 o'clock. You hear me? She coming back at 9 o'clock for her funding. A little touch at the door. Wasn't allowed. Yo, listen to me. When I say that all of this stuff has to, reveal itself, that's what's happening right now. This stuff was inevitable. This stuff was going to come out whether we liked it or not. All of this stuff that you see happening right now, it was going to happen whether we liked it or not. And do you know why? I tell you why. For the simple fact that this is part of the confusion, the conundrum, the BS.
They got it for 10:15 to 12:15.
Okay.
And that one's being delivered by UPS.
I gotta get another black thing for hats. I don't got no more spaces for hats.
I've already got one set aside that I need to order.
Is it ordered? Okay. All right.
I think it holds maybe a little bit more than something.
All right.
You would judge a brown soda up. I can't nothing else to go.
I ain't double them up yet. Hat hoarder. Hat hoarder. I like hats. I got a big ass head. I wear a size 8 hat. That's telling you I got a big ass head. So yeah, so look at that face. Do that face look like she playing around? She not playing around. Look at that face. That is a wicked, I'm gonna get you sucker look right there. That's not playing around, that is not the face of somebody that's playing around, right? And they testing the waters with this whole TJ thing, right? Imagine someone who's close to you enough that they can put out some secrets, right? That they can say some shit, right? And that person is also playing a game where they're not actually saying the stuff that they did together. They're not actually speaking on the stuff that y'all did together, right? But they're hinting around to it, right? But they're still showing that they care for you in a sense, right? So you can tell that TJ still cares about Jaguar because she's not saying half of the stuff, right? Nope. DJ Genesis said that Jaguar will sit there and act like she's going through she'll be asleep and wake up out her sleep, tripping out, convulsing and shaking, acting like she had a whole premonition, right? TJ said that this is the stuff that was happening. That Jaguar would act like she had not TJ, not TJ, what's her name? DJ Genesis, right? DJ Genesis says she will have a whole episode, right? So now TJ not saying everything. Everybody else is acknowledging that Jaguar does some type of substance. TJ saying that she don't remember Jaguar doing nothing but smoking bud. Jaguar saying that they all, puff that fentanyl base shit. TJ saying she don't remember nothing but smoking bud, right? So obviously she's still trying to cover for Jag, right? She's still trying to give some type of cover for Jag in a sense, right? She ain't completely out in Jag. So that tells you right there that it's not like we can't say like she's still giving some level of protection, right? She's still giving some level of protection over the situation with Jaguar, right? Now, my problem is I know I ain't got enough space for these hats. My problem with the whole situation is why is this all coming out now? Why didn't they already do the whole? If she knew what Ronnie Bo was saying held truth, if she knew that Attwood and them was doing this or was doing that, she, back when it all came out, she said, I don't got no problem with Attwood and them. They family. Attwood and them is family. Ronnie Bo is family. That's between family, right? But now she's trying to make it seem like this whole thing is taking place, right? Now she's making it seem like this whole thing is taking place with Attwood and them, right? Now she's like, oh, now she want to make it seem like this whole situation is taking place, and all of a sudden, it's a war, and everybody's involved. All these people is involved. All these people is after her. All these people is stopping her shine. Everything is happening now. And it's because of her. Right? That's what she wants us to believe now. I'm sorry, I was trying to put these hats up. I hope that TJ doesn't get, Attwoods would be a series within itself. I hope that TJ, doesn't get the whole thing. Okay. And doesn't, because when you look at this, and some things TJ is saying might not be as accurate, right? Because a lot of people that was already on here, they'll already tell you that TJ seemed to be a part of it. Like she was in on it too, with the whole making of the money part of the chaos scandal thing.
Right? No, she's not pregnant. No, she's not pregnant. She's not pregnant, Azaleas. She's dope sick. That's why she's online. All of that you see in that gut, that's all of her overstretched skin from being fat and having a baby or something improperly. She dope sick. Her stomach is full of pharmaceuticals. They blow up like that, especially off pills. Like, it's gotten that bad over there in our land that you gotta bring known drug addicts and grifters and liars who literally.
Right there, MC. Right there. TJ keeps bringing herself back into the mix, right? When I started talking about Jaguar, TJ popped up, right? TJ sent me a friend request on Facebook, right? Sent me messages, right? Saying that, she appreciate me, all this other stuff, right? So I already talked to TJ. I tried to get TJ to come up on the panel. You know what TJ told me? Let me go back and look at it. TJ told me something on the lines of, Jaguar still has access to her in real life. So she's not trying to and I said, I understand it, because first she played it off, right? First she was like, first she sent me her number. She sent me her number and she was like, that's my number, right? So I'm thinking, okay, bet I'm about to get, an interview or something, right? So I text her my number, and then I text her my business number, and then she texts me, right? But in the text message, she's talking about the same bullshit, basically, like, oh, I appreciate you. Jaguar still, plays a role in not a role in her life, but has contact or send people to her house or something like that. So basically she declined from coming up on a page because she was saying, that Jaguar still is playing some type of part in her life or whatever. So I said, she texted me and then she said, balancing, just wanted to say, I appreciate you. It's because of you I decided to show my face on YouTube with no shame, right? This was back in February, right? This was back in February. She said this. I said, you know, you're welcome. You know, love is love. YouTube, glad to have you back. Looking forward to seeing your journey. Normal shit that I would say, right? She said, I would hit the link. I'm just nervous. I appreciate you though. That's what she told me, right? That's what she told me. Then she also sent me a message saying that, you know, Jaguar still has however she said it, you know, Jaguar still is, you know, sending people or in contact with her, calling her phone, some other shit, whatever. Okay, cool, right? Cool, you know, but then she popped up on who was it? King, somebody's panel that she was on back in February. She was talking about it, and I was, you know, I told her, you know, glad to see you out talking about it, so on and so forth. So she keeps popping back up, putting herself in the equation, in the, you know, in the mix of it all, right? She keeps popping back up, putting herself in the mix. Now, if she say she moved on, right? If she say she moved on, if she say she ain't got, you know, nothing to do with this, she's trying to do better, whatever the case may be. There was rumors circulating that she was pregnant, so on and so forth, right? She said she moved on, she found somebody she was with, and she was moving forward. But now here she is popping back up again with the whole Maggie thing, right? Popping back up again. So it kind of looks like she's, if you're going to use it to branch off, then you should branched off already, right? She's got the Tasha K, or I think she was doing a Tasha K interview, right? Or she did a Tasha K, you know, thing, because Tasha K doing this whole, you know, giveaway or reward thing, you know, for contestants or whatever. So she, you know, applied to be a contestant on this little talent show thing or something like that. But she's like making fun, I guess, because she's not really singing a song, but I don't even know. Excuse me. Whatever the case may be, TJ's mainly on Facebook, right? She's mainly on Facebook. I think she goes live on Facebook occasionally, or whatever the case may be. I don't really know if her Tide's Journey page is doing, like, if she's going live over there or whatnot. But now here you are with a situation where she's, you know, in Maggie's, you know, circle or whatever. Now, whatever agreement that they might have. Now, remember when we listened to the first talk, you remember when we listened to the first talk of Jaguar, when she was calling Jaguar and asking Jaguar for help and so on and so forth. And I said that it sounded like she was dope sick and she was asking Jaguar for that fix. And Jaguar was like, oh, I can get Odell to help you. He's a really good guy. I can get him to help you if you, so on and so forth. So I said it then that it sounded like TJ. But then we see an interview with TJ, and TJ denying, you know, any drugs or anything like that. She's saying the only thing me and Jaguar did was smoke bud, right? So on and so forth, or drink, right? Whatever the case may be. And now here's like all these other people that's coming out saying like, yo, TJ was in on the bullshit. It was scripted. They was doing all of this stuff, making money, using drugs, living out on the street, so on and so forth, right? And now you have this story coming back up. But Jaguar is not going to take the aggression out on, you know, she's about to take this out on everybody. So now this is where, you know, Attwoods and them come in at. Attwoods and them get a piece of this anger now. You get what I'm saying? Attwoods and them get a piece of this anger now.
Tried to bring nothing but harm to my life.
Come get your trash.
And that's going to be your big, I'm going to get Jag to recognize me. You're absolutely right. I'm suing the both of you bitches. And now I'm just going to start running down on Shuan Attwood. And I'm going to finish doing the rest of my research on his wife. Like, I'll rip all you motherfuckers to shreds. I told you, come get your fucking trash, yo.
Come get your trash.
Or do you need to get plugged in the ass by a woman like you did in jail by those
Oh my
to get the
God.
picture.
Come get your traps.
You know how many people I know in the Arizona system? DMX was in those Arizona jails. I'm friends with his old manager. You don't think I got the skinny on you? See, all of them, they went and they got their little files and then they altered them so would nobody know. I got somebody that I can send over there to the prison right now. And I have some people who do remember you, who were administration. Now, these other trolls, they play fast and loose. I got integrity. I'm gonna run your British ass the fuck down. You think Sammy the Bull was a problem for you? Nothing. Nothing compared to what I can do to you. Nothing.
Come get your tracks.
And everyone should really go over there and look at the 90% of his Diddy content that he took down. Because all of the content that he took down were all of the fake and phonies that he was pushing into the system, trying to tank the case. And I'm not saying allegedly. You really thought you was gonna take that Diddy case, didn't you? You thought you were gonna use me to do it.
Come get
Must
your
have been frustrating
tracks.
for you. Watching me rip apart your motherfucking master plan right in front of your face and you had to pay me to do it. I guess that's why you started asking to come over to the Owls channel so you didn't have to pay me. Come and talk with you directly so you can get the info for free.
See what she said? She told on herself. She said, I know it was hard for you watching me rip down your master plan and you paying me to do it. See? She told on herself. She said, I know it was hard for you watching me rip down your master plan and paying me to do it. That's what she said. That's what she said. She said that. And she meant that. You know? She said that and she meant that. But listen, y'all see it's going down. Y'all see it's all going down. Y'all watching it happen right before y'all eyes. Listen, we gonna go kick it in the Discord for a while. We gonna go reset this live. We're gonna play the game. We're gonna play the game for a little bit. So we resetting this live, and I don't know. I probably stream on TikTok. The streaming on TikTok looks so much smoother. You know, the pixels come out so much better. I don't know why when it's streaming on the other platforms is it like not looking as good. She knows people around the world. She always says she knows people around the world. She gonna make some shit shake. She digging into Attwood's past. She's gonna find out about his wife, put information out about his wife. She said that Sherelle and them didn't do nothing. She's like, I'm not those people in Las Vegas. I'm gonna do my work thoroughly. So she says she gonna, get some real information and put it out there. She says she's got some officers that she's about to contact in the Arizona prison so she can get, some better documents than what was already put out, so on and so forth. So you see the magnitude of what she's willing to go through. So we're gonna sit back and watch the whole fallout and laugh about it because I think it's funny. I think Attwood and them should get out in front of it by doing an interview already. I think if Attwood and Beverli jump right now and, do an interview with somebody in the black sector, black tea sector, whatever this area is called, I think if they jump out and do an interview with somebody in the black tea sector, I think that'll offset everything that they're doing because their Jaguar is banking on a no response. She's banking on a no response. So I think if Beverli and, Attwood jump out and give somebody, an interview, preferably me, excuse me, right here, excuse me. Since we so far out in front of this actually is not supposed to play out to this weekend, right? Because they need something to talk about for the weekend. They do their calculations. They don't really give you nothing during the weekday. They give you the build up for the weekend bullshit. They know people are more inclined to spend money on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, so on and so forth. Plus, those are roughly paydays, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, those are paydays. So they usually do like Sunday through Wednesday, Sunday through Thursday. It's the build up. And then it's like, stay tuned to Friday's live. Wait till you hear what we're going to say Friday night, because that's when, everybody off work and cash they check, got a little bit of extra funds in their account, probably can throw $10, $15. So that's the build up. So this ain't supposed to happen to this weekend. So I feel like if they jump on it now and do this do an interview before gracing them, because Beverli should know. Beverli doing remote views and everything. She should know that this is, about to happen. So she should be looking, to get out in front of it. See, if Beverli and them contact me, I'll play along with her like she been out in front of this the whole time. Like, yeah, that's why she contacted me to do the interview, because she's already been out in front of this and she knew that she had to get out there and speak on it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Fuck it. Everybody else playing along, right? You got big homie Cece out there talking about Bigfoot. Shit, I know about Bigfoot. I studied Bigfoot. He's in Pocahontas County, West Virginia. Bigfoot lives in Pocahontas County, West Virginia. I studied it. You know what I'm saying? I could talk to you too, Beverli, about the Sierrians and the reptilians and so on and so forth. We could talk about the Battle of Orion and what took place with Orion's blast. And, we could talk about the, moon stars and quasars and the fight of the Lyran constellation, the cradle of Lyra. Like, come on now. Come on now. Get in touch with me, people. Get in touch with me. Get in touch with me now. Where is Shane at? Somebody get in touch with Shane. He's a part of the productions. He's a part of the operation. See, if they come over here and do an interview over here, it'll blow everything out of the water. If that would be a move for everybody to remember right there. That would be like the number one go-to move for you, Attwoods, to come over here and give an interview to somebody that's not monetized, right? To give an interview to somebody who don't got numbers, right? That would say a lot right there. That would be like a slap in the face to Jaguar, a slap in the face to Maggie, a slap in the face to the Knot, a slap in the face to Sherelle and Perry. If you came over here, Attwoods, you will literally slap the whole Black T sector in the face, because you will be showing them that you're about the truth, right? You will be proving to them that you're more about the truth than it is controversy and coin, right? Right now, they're going to paint it out and make it look like you're about making money off of the Black T sector, right? But if you give me an interview, you can't say that you're about making money off of the Black T sector. I'm just saying. Play your cards. Play your cards. How you going to play your cards? But I'm just saying, it will be a hell of a power move. But in the meantime, in between time, our birthday is coming up. Love is love. And what the hell just happened? Harassment and bullying. I ain't harassing, bullying nobody. Stop playing. Emergency. I just got out of surgery. I'm having problems with my heart and it won't work for me. We did some shit in my past and it's cursing me. I'm sipping it. They ain't grabbing me. I'm the nigga going against the grain and that's just stressing me. I pray to God that God have mercy. Y'all make sure y'all hit the cash at one time. Support. I need support. Hit the PayPal, hit the Cash App. It's not about whether he's for the truth or not. It's about going to a page to give some truth, right? It's not about it's about coming over here to give some insight, to give some truth, right? You don't have to be about the truth to go give your truth, right? If your truth is based off of money and monetization, that's giving your truth right there. You don't have to be about the truth to be honest about that. I'm talking about coming over here to give us some truth. It's a difference. You know? Everybody's truth is different. So many demons. Whoa! I'm fighting these demons up in this ghost. I'm fighting these demons. I'm on the road. Get hit in the spleen. The money be clean. The nigga clean, the nigga you choke. Remember they laughed at me, they joked. Gave him the ball, and nigga they choked.
Don't wanna hear that shit. I got a kid that shit lethally militant. I can get ignorant. We not considerate. Niggas do silly shit. We get the drilling shit. Guilty and innocent.
Don't give a fuck about bystander.
I can pull up in the Highlander. Don't take no slander. Don't take no slander. Dollar bill, y'all. Everybody want the money. Everybody want the shit. Everybody want the money, but don't wanna go down.
You'll do anything to get it, but when you gonna go after it?
Shit, gotta think about it.
187.
Murder by you killed a nigga, you don't know if
You gon' go to heaven.
Gotta chalk that shit over.
Somebody say it with me one time.
Hey,
Fight my demons, fight my demons, so many demons.
Me against these demons. Against these demons.
Fight my demons, fight my demons, fighting my.
It's me against these demons.
Hey, y'all, stand in greatness. Stand in greatness, stand in greatness. All right? Don't let anybody tell you ain't great, right? One's image of oneself should be greater than reality, right? We're going to be in a Discord. We want to see how this unfolds, okay? We definitely want to see how this unfolds, okay? So be sure, make sure, you know, AT&T us, okay? AT&T us. Three's Company us, all right? Three's Company us. Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. We discovered the birds and bees and trees. Three's Company too. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, in between time, you know, love yourself and everybody else, and the world will take care of itself. Look, we here, man. Love is winning. We here, okay? We here. Don't let nobody tell you love ain't winning, because love is winning. I'm telling you, love has made another trip around. It's so much photon energy, loving energy being pushed back into this world. Everybody feels it. We know that we got to get right with ourselves. We know that we got to get right with each other. Love is love. Namaste, ashe, salutation, shalom, and peace. And I'll see you the next time I go live.